Hello guys, welcome here. Let me show you some cinematics while I'm going to be talking a little bit. This is a showcase for the Japanese Macaque Eden habitat. Today on my channel there's not going to be any planetzoo. That has a couple of reasons. One of is that I worked pretty hard this week on the entrance for the Delay Designers entrance Discord contest, so I didn't have a lot of time to spare. And since this habitat is created for my Czech channel, yeah, you heard me right, I'm from Czech Republic and I have a little Czech channel where I do some more builds, so I don't think it should interest you since it's in a language you're probably not interested in, but anyway, I wanted to show you this little habitat because I think it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to do a little tour here, and of course in the end there will be some workshop instruction how to place this habitat, how is the best way to go about the paths, because as you might already know, the paths are not included in any blueprints. That's the way how it works. And some suggestions for you how to use this habitat, how to place it and such. So let me give you a tour first, shall we? Now this is the top view, this is what you're going to get. It's pretty big. There are a couple of reasons, and I don't think the macaques need that much of a space. However, they like to be in a large group, so it's slowly adding up. And as you can see, a lot of space in this habitat is actually water or some kind of rocks. So it's not actually that much. We can actually look at if I can catch an animal. Oh, they are so quick, those little freaking animals. Anyway, Yuki, let me show you. Oh, it's so much. If we look at the traversable area, you see there's a lot of it, and they can even go where the guests are coming and where the guest path is. That's a lot of area, but they are not going a lot to it. What my goal actually was I think achieved pretty well. I wanted to have this climbing structure in front of the waterfall, in front of the guests over their heads. That's right in here, so they can go up onto the building, which is fully dedicated for the macaques. And I think this was achieved pretty well because they are using those structures, I mean, all the time. So let's look inside. It's pretty plain and bare in here. It's for them to catch some privacy and to get some sleep, I guess. And here's also a little private area. This has oh, what sorry, but we got some protectors in here. Guys, go home. Anyway, the reason why the building is not part of the barrier is pretty simple. It's made up of a lot of wood pieces, and those are climbable, so I don't want them to escape, right? And anyway, I think this little wall is pretty nice. For the keepers, they can feed the macaques here, or they can use this little nature stairs to go down. And then there is this Japanese gate that is called, oh man, crap, I forgot it, but it's usually in front of the temples. It has this similar structure all the way, and I think it fits nicely well, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense actually. But anyway, we go for the looks. Now there is this pergola, which unfortunately guests don't use because they already have some very nice views from the path, but it's another way to view the waterfall and the macaques. And of course I wanted this path to be under the waterfall. That was main reason why the habitat is actually structured the way it is. So this little tunnel is just perfect, and this is the main viewing point for the guests, and obviously they use it that way, so that is good. And then if you know anything about macaques, then this is what we'll be talking about a lot. So it's called an onsen in Japan, means like a hot spring in which the people can catch some warm and relax. And so does the macaques, because they live in a pretty cold environment actually. So in the winters there is snow everywhere, but the macaques are fine. They will just jump into those hot springs to catch some warm, and they will chill out there, hang out, you know. That's another goal I wanted to achieve here, and I did that because it looks like there is a lot of water in the hot spring, but actually there is no water. The only water that's there in this habitat is this one. I will show you if we can remove it. It doesn't allow me again. Oh, never mind, we will go back then. But if I remove the water, you could see that all this water is just actually a water effect. So there is no in-game water in there. A lot of mist, a lot of some sort of a geysers, a little bit. And also I've put down this how it is called. Oh, okay, I have it in Czech language, so never mind. It's a feeding tray of sorts, and this basically lures the macaques to hang out in there, and that way they spend a lot of time in those hot springs, and that works magnificently. And then as you can see, they are climbing so much. That's really, if you just set the camera to here and just watch them. You really need a lot of macaques, by the way. I think I have like 16 right now, and because it's so big, you need a lot of them to really see some action. But if you do, then you are rewarded endlessly, really endlessly. This one is lagging a little bit. Funny. But anyway, let's look behind the curtains a little bit too. So here we have some sort of a custom bridge from where you can catch some nice views as well. I purposely didn't block the view from here with any trees and such stuff, because I didn't want to obstruct this view. What happened to this guy? Oh, that's probably the one. They are actually, yeah, the protesters are doing some stuff about them. All right, and let's look behind the curtains in the back. So there's the keeper hut, there's the staff room, there's a water cleaning machine, because you have a lot of water in here, and the actual entrance for the keepers is hidden in the back completely. We already been here. So there's a custom set of education boards as well, recolored donation boxes, all the Asia stuff you would expect, and that's pretty much it. I think it offers a splendid view, and if you really like it, help me grow the channel, help me to make some more amazing creations by hitting the subscribe button. It really means a second to you, but it means a word to me, and it will help me tremendously to grow the channel a little bit, spread the knowledge, and continue to add some amazing creations. So really would be appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and let's go to those workshop instructions. We're gonna start on the little flat area sideways. Just note, if you have any trouble placing down the blueprint, because it's stored as a habitat, means with any terrain, with all the terrain work inside those barriers, make sure it is completely flat before you place it down if you have any trouble with that. So let's go underway, and we can find our little, oh, where is it? Here. We can find our little Japanese Macaque Eden, grab it from here. If the heat map overlay is shown to you like this, you can just press H twice to get rid of it, so you can view and place it way better. Now obviously there are this red and green block in front of this blueprint, which is to tell you how you should place it in terms of height. So if you hold the shift, you can change the height at which you are placing your blueprint. So make it the way that you are seeing just the show me green sign, but the red sign is actually sunken below the ground like this, and that's the correct height you should place it. Click, and now you got it placed, and as you can see, the surrounding is very well aligned to the flat area. Now I'm gonna show you how to place some paths into the existing structures. We will pause the game actually, I don't want all those notifications in here. Now the gates, because they are not completely flat with the surrounding area, the game actually places them the way that they are above the ground. So you can change this if you just click a couple times on the gate and move it just a slightly bit. You can change the path to be actually placed on the ground and not floating. I could not prevent this to happen, unfortunately. So that's the first trick that could help you place the path then. Now the path inside, that's pretty easy. We have a 4-meter wide space in here under the waterfall, but here in the viewing points there's a lot of guests standing in front of this fence. So I suggest you to make it a little bit more wider here. If you grab the natural path, you can change to 8 meters in the bottom right, and you can hold your control, which means the path will not join any existing path. This way you can place like 2 nibbles in here, maybe 3, however you want it, just like this. And then we can continue with the 4-meter one. We can connect to this entrance, and on the other side we can even do some 6 meters in here, yeah, like this, and then slowly come down to 4 meters, and you should not have trouble to place the path in here under the waterfall. Just continue to add like this until you reach the gate. Yes. Now here it's again a little bit tricky, but you can do it. Once again, hold the control to turn off the snapping, and as well hold the shift and adjust the height with your mouse. And I suggest you to place one path piece just in the middle of that stone piece like this, and then the second one in here, and there you have it. You can then connect obviously to the path that you already have. You can even do it a little bit differently. You can choose to align the grid in the right, and if we select the grid of the 2-piece path we got here, you can even go with the what it's called, rectangular shape of your grid. So if we delete one path and place it again, we got it pretty rectangular here. You can go with one more piece out here and then leave the align to grid and click in here, and you have it perfectly done, and yeah, with the pointy corners. Now that's the little bit of a viewing point here. Obviously here it's up to you how you do your path in here around the habitat. So I will do this just quickly, and then here on the bridge we once again work the same technique we just did for the viewpoint. And remember, in the path, I think I was stressing it in my past tutorial, check that out on the channel if you want to know more about that. But the autoconnect is your best friend, right? So what we're gonna actually do is that we are going to create just a 2-piece path in here that would be perfectly aligned to those tiles on the ground, which are gridded. Remember, that means they are perfectly straight. So we are creating just the 2 nibbles here. That's it. And then we will do the same in here. Once again, hold the control, hold the shift to get above the ground and turn off the snapping to the existing parts. You can even lower it to the ground a little bit so you got the texture of those stone wall blocks. So I will do it like that, and then continue pushing on the bridge. You can even set the angle, pin the angle, so you will have it perfectly straight. And we will then do the same once again in here for this kind of a gridded pieces. By the way, you can align to grid to those pieces you already have. If you select this grid of the parts you have, you should have it aligned, but if you don't, like I do, because I was not perfectly aligned to those little blocks, it's a little bit sideways. So let's not align it to grid, and we will make 2 more. Okay, sorry, hold that control, don't forget to hold the control. What is happening? Okay, sorry, some sort of a glitch in the game, why it doesn't allow me. I don't understand it. Can I like have it? Oh, I forgot to turn off the angle. Okay, the angle worked against me now. It's perfect. Remove the tiles if you are unsure of your path. You can see that if I remove them, I can see I have 2 pieces of path here. And now we will work the magic with the auto connect. Okay, so we go to the paths and we will select the length to be 2, at least 2, and now it will connect me perfectly. As you can see, if I have just 1, it will not auto connect because the length is 1, and I would have to change the slope, which I don't want to. I want the slope to be perfectly aligned with the bridge, so I will select length of 2, and you can then connect nicely like this, and it's going to perfectly copy the slope because the auto connect will automatically adjust the slope angle to those points you are connecting. Now you can do the same on the other side, obviously, and once again it works the magic. So then just connect all your parts in here like you do normally. Go back to the length of 1 because it's more precise. And of course then you should connect up all those facilities in here. Connect these 2 first, and then you can connect up the water treatment as well, because if you do the nibble first at the water treatment, you are not able to continue. So I suggest you connect these to keeper hut and the staff room first, then make a little like connection from there to the water treatment facility, and it should work. Now there is this slope conveniently prepared for you, which should be okay to follow. Can I follow it? Let me try again. I think it should work. We start at the bottom. Can we follow it to the top somehow? Yes, we can. Oh, let's okay, never mind. So there might be a little bit problem, but we can certainly work with that with no issues. Let's just go to the terrain and the smoothing tool. We will smooth a little bit in here. Now it should be fine. Yes. Okay, that is this. I'm sure you could handle this by yourself. Oh, and by the way, we will create at least 1 nibble of the path in here as a staff path. Just 1 nibble is okay. We don't want the guests to walk and roam around here. Okay, I think now we have that finished. One more thing for you to do is to check the water level. It should be okay. It should be perfectly aligned with those water lilies. In case they are not, because the water can be added in 1 meter increments, You might get slightly different than those lilies are, but don't worry, I got you covered. All the water lilies in this blueprint are in the same group. So in case you want to adjust them, you just select any of the water lilies, you press X, and with those arrows you can adjust the height of the water lilies to your water level with no problem whatsoever. And that's pretty much it. We hit the unpause button and just get the macaques in and enjoy the blueprint. I know it might be a little bit difficult to place all things around, but I think I just show you it can be done with pretty much success, and you might learn also something from it. If not, then you're perfect creator, and I congratulate you anyway for getting this awesome blueprint. Don't forget to subscribe to me for more, and have a nice day, guys. Bye.